Beautiful people. And I am live. Yay! Put a Christmas tree behind. You can see there. It's our very old Christmas tree. We've had it for 11 years. And we have had the same decoration for 11 years. So you can see like my cute little daughter. Oh, when she was about a year and a half old, a kindy. And I've got a couple around, so we love it because yeah, it's not a Christmas tree for magazine, but it's a Christmas tree full of memories and so much love. So we absolutely love it. And last year we didn't put it up because my mother had passed, and when we came back, it was really too close to. Actually, we flew back home last year on this day, on the 12/12. We buried my mother in the morning in Belgium, and then we flew back home in the afternoon. So this is a big date, right? Yeah, I was like, thank you, Mom, for doing your beautiful transition in a way that we could attend for you. So we didn't have any Christmas celebration last year, and it was quite sad. So this year we are celebrating. Anyway, hello everyone. Hi Jackie, hi Bukia. Thank you all for joining. I would love it if you just let me know if you can hear me, like a little sign in the comment, a little thumb up, a little heart where you are in the world. Hi Reka, hi Janine. So nice to see you all here. So there is a lot going on, right? Can you feel it? Type in the comment even if you don't know, like if you don't watch astrology prediction, if you don't channel, if you don't do anything, just let me know if you have been feeling just on a physical level and in your everyday life and also in the world, if you have been observing that there is a lot happening. 2020 was already like that, but now it's increasing, right? So a lot of us, we are actually really feeling it. Hi Avery, hi Charlotte, hi everyone. Hi there. So I was really called to do this because there's a lot happening on a planetary level with our beautiful Earth, but also with cosmic alignment, planetary alignment, and a lot on the physical level. So the purpose of this transmission here is to really help you stand even more than ever in your power and realize how powerful this gateway is, the portal on the 21st of December is, and how powerful that is for us on an individual level, but also for the collective. So we can wire that to our advantage. We can make the most of it instead of feeling overwhelmed. We actually realize how to switch from overwhelm, or there's so much going on, from lack of trust, for feeling a little bit lost, to actually really locking into a unique soul blueprint in deep trust, love, and excitement for the times ahead. Yay! Thank you all for being here. So today is a portal it's a gateway, a gateway opening. So the gateway is literally, it started, it's like, I've got a new little whiteboard because I always have these things. So it's like, it's been increasing like this, and now we have this gateway here, right? And then it's gonna keep on going like that, increasing like that until the 21st of December, and then actually continues increasing. So we had this period here starting, and today is like the first dot. And today is very much interwoven with the solar eclipse happening on the 14th, so in only 2 days, and it's the only total solar eclipse of 2020. We have had solar eclipses before, but not total. And this solar eclipse actually lasts for a couple of hours, about 3 hours, if I'm not mistaken. So there is a lot happening now in terms of, let's start with the Earth. So the magnetic pole of the Earth are actually shifting, like the magnetism of the Earth, which can be measured by instruments. This is how planes, for example, know how to navigate, where to land, which airport, so they don't land in a field or in a city, but they land on a strip. And I've heard that because the magnetic poles are shifting so much that they constantly have to really like check their instruments and really check their measure so they don't actually land on people or on cows in the fields, right? So there is actually, the earth is shifting. It's shifting the magnetic poles, and it's coming from the Schumann resonance. So it's like, you know, the earth is a being, it is a soul, it is a frequency like us. It just happened to have chosen incarnation, physicality in this beautiful planet that we live on. So the earth has actually a heartbeat, and the earth breathes, and the earth is actually breathing. If you're familiar with Ujjayi pranayama in yoga, the earth is actually breathing the Ujjayi pranayama breath herself, like really increasing connection with the kundalini. So when we breathe with pranayama breath, we lock in certain energetic center along the spine, and we breathe a certain way, like narrowing the airways, to be able to draw the energy from the earth through the kundalini center all the way up to the pineal gland, and it creates some chemical reaction in the pineal gland and in the brain, and also through the fluid, the cerebrospinal fluid that we have in the spine. So it creates all of these actually physical effects simply from doing that breath, that can allow us to not only bring more oxygen, more prana, more vitality to our organs, but also to increase the pineal gland abilities. So all of that, I have a freebies on that pineal gland recording masterclass on my website if you're interested to know more about that. So basically we do that, we can do that ourselves, but the earth is actually doing that also. The kundalini of the earth used to be directed first, well, not first, but like before, it was in the Himalayas. Then it moved and it went into South America, Central America, that region there. And now the kundalini, like the earth, has actually, through this breath, the kundalini snake is actually moving like this, whoosh, like that. So you can really feel the energy kind of shifting like that. And it's a lot circling around, like you have the ring of fire, you have the telluric plane. And so it's like the earth is doing this, and through the breath, it's breathing from South Pole to North Pole to North Pole to South Pole constantly. So like the earth is actually doing it. And it's very interesting to know, all of this came into channeling a couple of weeks ago, right? So it's very interesting to know that because the earth is actually breathing this kundalini breath, it is increasing its heat. So of course there is like global warming that we know about, that we don't have to deny it, and of course we have to change our habits, right, around polluting the earth. But it's interesting to realize that actually the earth, it's increasing its own heat itself. One of the purpose for that is to release codes that are trapped in the ice. So a very long time ago we had beings coming, and they lived in the ice, and in the ice they coded the ice with all the codes of all the knowledge of the creation of the universe, from oneness, exponential, multidimensional reality, all these codes, which is like a database of the universe, like we will say the Akash record out there. The ice actually has all of this information. So it's just interesting to know that through the earth, like moving and shifting through her own breath, increasing its heat, it's actually releasing the codes that are trapped in the ice, that are gonna go, in the oceans, in the rivers, and that we are going to drink. Also, these codes are present within us. These codes are present within us, and as we're going to start drinking this water, which is going to be more crystalline, more coded water, we're going to be able to understand more of this coding inside of us, because all the information is already present within our fluid, within our water, and within our DNA. So that's what's happening with the earth. So that's pretty intense. Interesting thing to know about that actually also is that the magnetic poles, the crystals present in our magnetic poles, are also present inside of pineal gland. In our pineal gland, we have magnetites. And when we do this Ujjayi pranayama, breathing, consciously locking in, holding the breath in the pineal gland and letting it go and so on, actually we are going to start bringing friction in the magnetite minerals of the pineal gland, which is going to trigger an effect of vroom, opening up intuition, of literally opening up, recording the pineal gland. So it's very, very interesting to be able to draw, you know, lines between all of this. There's so much connection, right? That's on Earth level. Is there any question so far about this before I continue? Yes, there feels like my body has been offline for the last week with illness, ready for the upgrades. Yes, actually the upgrades have already been coming. This is why you have been feeling like that. A lot of us, myself, have had a cold and a flu symptom. And yes, a lot of us, we are purging through our physical body because we are being upgraded. So that's coming from all of this earth as well. This earth frequency shifting is shifting inside of us also. And then we have the cosmic level. So we have been for quite a while, and we are continuing to go through a photon light storm. And that's kind of scientific, you know. We go through a photon light storm at the moment, and it's increasing the gamma rays on the earth. And the gamma rays are here again to recode our DNA, so we can really literally receive the gamma ray all the way to DNA level to increase the frequencies of the DNA. That's on a just from this photon storm that we are going through with the gamma rays. But then we have all of these planetary alignments that are like fucking like out of just next level, like so many things. Like we have all planets, you know, moving forward, but Uranus is retrograde, but everything else is kind of moving forward. So there is really a momentum happening. So I'm not going to go into astrology because there are lots of videos around that. I love to watch Pam Gregory. I receive a lot from her. She's very, very knowledgeable, but she also constantly upgrades her knowing by, you know, discovering new things and bringing new things like new planets, new draft planets, and she's quite quantum as well. So if you'd like to follow an amazing astrologer, Pam Gregory is fantastic. So I don't have to go into astrology. It's not my my biggest strength, right? So all the Earth upgrades and everything that's happening on a planetary level, it's actually perfectly orchestrated, because it's very important to realize as well that none of this is happening just out of nowhere. It's a hazard, like just like, oh, you know, just happening. Everything is perfectly organized during this gateway to allow us to find exactly where to reside, to be able to magnify the frequency shift that we are receiving. What on earth does that mean? So some of you are familiar with the fact that I channel a body of work. So it's a new body of work, unique body of work that I channel from source directly, and that my galactic team and earth team help me translate in human language, so I can actually share it with you. So I'm just gonna draw here. So it's all about, you know, it's quantum architecture of life, and it's amazing. So just quickly, because it's really important for this session. So this is a fractal. A fractal is every life force energy. So a fractal is us, like me, Sandrine, I'm a fractal. You are a fractal. But inside of me, I have fractal. My heart is a fractal. My liver, one of my kidney, my other kidney. But also a bone, fluid, all of that are fractals, and also the cells and also the DNA. So we go to the micro level, subatomic level, all the way to the bigger level, because then the earth is a fractal, the universe is a fractal, and everything in the fractal has a center. And this is where it becomes very important, because this is how we stabilize ourselves. We stabilize ourselves by residing at the center of our fractal. The center of our fractal is our heart portal. And literally here, now I am being trained for the mastermind starting in February, and I'm being trained into understanding on how to literally recode our DNA consciously and also travel through different time and space realities. And actually they show me that it's because we enter we enter the center of our fractal, and it's actually a vortex, a pentative, like a big DNA strand. I see everything is in DNA, like strands. Did they even dream about it? It's amazing. So like we enter it like that, and we recode it. So it's very important to realize that we stabilize ourselves through all that we go through by residing in our center, in our heart, meaning in love, in trust, in inner peace. We observe. So as we reside here at the center point of our fractal, we can then observe all the fluctuation of our fractals. And what is these fluctuations? The fluctuations are the lower reflection of the fractal and the upper reflection of the fractal, right? So the lower reflection of the fractal, like our emotions such as sadness, anger, frustration, but also being lost, being judgmental, being a victim, like being just like completely, like, you know, defeated by life. All of that are low frequency, like illnesses. It is also certain food that we eat, certain drinks that we have, low frequency. Everything low frequency resides in the lower quadrant of the fractal. Everything high frequency resides in the higher quadrant of the fractal. It's excitement, it's joy, it's co-creation, it's a purpose, it's like all of these forward movements. So whatever arises, we always place ourselves here. And here it's presence. So for example, like my students love it, right, Emily? Like they love it because I talk about my human a lot. It's like, ooh, I'm present here. So I place myself as my best friend, or I like my angel actually as my angel, and I reside at the center point of my fractal, and I observe my human. Oh, my human is so excited at the moment. Oh, that's amazing. And my human is very sad. My human is lost. My human is experiencing physical pain. Like, oh my God, my human, like there's so much pain in the physical body for my human. So I am not residing in the lower quadrant thinking that, oh, my body is so painful. What the fuck is wrong with my body? What is wrong with me to feel so disconnected, so sad, so angry, so lost, so overwhelmed? What's wrong with me? Like I should feel that way, I should feel like that. No, no, I don't do that because I reside here. And because I reside here, we create distance between us and the experience. It's very important for this portal, guys. So keep up here. So because we reside here, we do not identify with the experiences. So we reclaim our freedom for being trapped into the waves of emotions, from the drama, from needing to feel excited all the time to feel driven. We don't need to feel excited all the time to be driven, because if we are excited, constantly identifying with full-on excitement non-stop, then we might crash. We observe the movement of excitement, the movement of overjoy, because we are downloading, because we are co-creating, because we are receiving, because we're going to have an amazing Christmas or whatever is coming for you. We are observing that and we love it. Yes, it's amazing. We don't reject any of our experiences, which is very important. This is why I love this body of work, that I'm so grateful and humbled to be able to channel, because we love everything. We love everything equally without identifying with it. Okay? So the more we reside here, the bigger this center becomes. So it's like I'm going all the way. So in the end, like the fluctuations are very little. Like honestly, since like downloading all of this and really practicing it and embodying it, now I see the fluctuation of my human. It's like, oh, my body is experiencing a cold and pain all over. Oh, my human is experiencing feeling lost because the body feels like that. And I just observe that, and that's it. That's it. I don't go anywhere else. Like I can feel frustrated or angry for like honestly 5 seconds, and it just goes away like that. So it's extremely empowering. So it's important to know, because during this portal, everything is magnified. So through this earth shift, the heat increasing from the kundalini, the magnetic poles being shifted in terms of frequencies as well, it literally is going to allow us to purge. Because remember, kundalini, heat, the heat waves, the fire, all of that is here to purge. It's purging. And purging, yes, it can suck. It can suck big time. We have observed, like we're observing it, through the collective 2020, big purging. It is not pleasant, but again, we are observing that. We don't need to say it's amazing. We just say like it's unpleasant. It's not nice. I'm purging, like my body's in so much pain, because physical pain is being purged from the body because we are on the 4D bridge. We are transitioning into fifth dimension. And in fifth dimension, pain is not there anymore. If we experience pain, we also have new tools, alchemy, healing, which is this body work that I'm so happy to channel. We have all of these tools. So when imbalances happen in the physical body, it is not accompanied with pain. So at the moment, a lot of us, we are purging pain in the body. And let's not identify with it. Let's reside at the center point of our fractal, seeing that the body is experiencing pain, but my infinite soul is as pure and as beautiful as an infinite as ever, because it's infinite, so it's always pure and beautiful. So the more we can anchor into that, the more we're going to magnify that. So going back to this drawing, which I find really helps to understand, is like, if now we're going to start going into like, oh, life sucks, I'm so sad and miserable and so, and actually we identify with that, because it's okay to have moments like that. I have moments like that as well. It's just that I don't identify with it. It's like, oh, my human is experiencing that. My soul is infinite. It's okay. It's going to pass. And bam, just like that, it passes. So if we stay stuck in that, it's going to be amplified. So instead of being like this, it's going to start going like this, so we have very little room for feeling up, and we have a lot of low frequency because that is magnified. So we want to do the opposite, right? We want to be able to magnify our joy or excitement, but most of us, we want to magnify presence. We want to magnify presence, residing in our heart center, loving ourselves more than ever. I love my human going through all of these emotions. My human is so cute. My human is going through so much all the time. My human has had such a intense life at times, and my human is always bombarded with information. It's like my human is doing the best she can, like I'm like, oh, Sandrine's doing the best. And so that literally locks in presence, locks in self-love, and locks in compassion. So with this portal, because it's amplified, we are going to quantum jump on the 4D bridge. And then for some of us, we are going to quantum jump into fifth dimensions straight away, because the fifth dimension is here already. Fourth dimension is here already. It's just that it's a frequency shift, right? So if we are simply able to observe everything that is arising in the world and within the self with so much love and detachment, we literally going to quantum jump like that. Interesting thing to know about this gateway is that during this gateway, there is this powerful solar eclipse. Solar, sun, again, fire. Fire purging, but also fire is not only the negative of burning things down and purging and intensity. Fire is also the light. It is also the action. It is also divine masculine. And through this divine masculine, full-on solar eclipse, full-on divine masculine arising, we are all, both men and women, called to take actions, to take aligned actions. It's very good to relax, it's very good to rest, but if you have desires, if you have projects, programs, whatever, it can be professionally, but it can also be romantically. If there is someone you dearly love, and that you don't know how to say I love you or anything like that. It can be relating to your family member. If you want to reconnect, if you want to, hang out with people and like you don't really know, you haven't really taken the time to. Now is a moment to do that. And as I receive this, as I channel this, I have a lot of goosebumps all over, really showing that. And when it comes to our family and our loved ones, now that we know all of this, that the earth is doing it, that we have receiving so much light from, cosmic rays, gamma rays, and planetary alignment. Do you think that everybody on the planet, just type in the comment, guys, do you think that because the earth is doing it and like the cosmos is doing it, do you think that the whole of the planet earth is actually experiencing it, like all humans are experiencing and receiving, or is it just for the spiritual ones? I'm just curious. Hey. So everybody is feeling it. Everybody. People that are not awake are also receiving these upgrades, right? People that are not spiritual are also receiving all of these upgrades. It's just that because they are not conscious of it, it's to a lesser degree. So the more we are conscious about it, this is why I channel this for you, I transmit this for you, because the more we are actually conscious about it, the more we can wire that in our favor, and the more we can quantum jump realities. So knowing that, do we worry about our family members and our loved ones? Yes. No, we don't, right? Everyone is upgrading. Yeah, Heidi, everyone is upgrading, totally. Everyone is upgrading. And everybody is a fractal of divine essence, divine source. Everybody is on a kind of a journey. Not everyone wants to ascend, is here to ascend and move into five dimensions, but most likely of a close circle they are, because we vibrate on similar frequencies, because they are our close circle. So we don't worry about other people. In fact, we love them more for who they are, for not knowing that they identify with the fluctuations in their fractal, for not knowing what to do, because they try with the tools they have. So it is important to awake to light leaders code in this moment, which is literally this solar eclipse, divine masculine fire, holding up the light for ourselves, for our human, saying, oh, human in this beautiful physical body, I hold the light for you. I'm your angel. I'm the infinite source of consciousness. I hold the light for you. But we also hold the light for our friends and family members by simply living from that place, not by saying to them, you need to awake, big portal, you're going to be fucked if you don't. It's like, that's going to just stress them out and push them away from us. We just love them. It's like, it's okay. I'm here for you. I'm really here for you. I love you. I know it can be challenging, but and this drawing is actually very simple. It's got nothing to do with spirituality. It's just like, oh, look, that's a very good representation on how emotions function. So that's something that you might like to share as well with your family members, with your children, that everybody can understand that drawing. It's so simple, right? I love this body of work that I'm channeling, because it's like, it's quantum architecture of life, quantum alchemy. But with my galactic team, an Earth team, we are translating it into a language that is accessible to most, and this is really revolutionary. Anyway, so we are invited to take actions, right? To take actions into loving more, and also implementing our most ascended timeline, like really locking in our highest identity. So we do that through this locking into the heart portal, within the heart of our fractal, at the center point of our creation. But we also take aligned action. If you've been thinking about binge watching Netflix, you might like to wait for the new year to come, knowing that because there is this amplification portal, everything that you're gonna create is gonna literally manifest way faster. Because when we have a lunar eclipse, for example, that is more about going within. That is more of the feminine going within, like nurturing in the self, the water element. But this is masculine. This is holding up the beacon of lamp. This is saying, I've got this, I've got this project, this mastermind, this program, this thing at work, like this reconnection with my family, with my loved one, my beloved. And now I'm going to take a light action. I'm going to write that note. I'm going to write that letter. I'm going to create this, because it will be amplified. Every time we start going down in the lower fractal, we observe, because there is a lot of oscillation at the moment, a lot of oscillation within our fractal. Because it's like it never happened before. So, you know, like we all have had that because we're all humans. So we have all been put into a situation where we got no clue what to do. Like a lot of us, we don't really remember our first day at school or at kindy, but it's really this type of thing. Basically, you've been with your parents all your life in this cocoon, and all of a sudden it's like, boop, you've been placed there into a totally new environment, and of course, loving people around. It's like basically like just adapt, right? And this is literally what's happening. So of course, we're gonna fluctuate. You know, of course, like the child being put in that situation, a lot of them they cry or they hit their little friends because they don't know, they don't cry, but they, you know, they manifest their emotions in different ways. So it's the same for us, you know, like we're just going to experience big pain in the physical body because the pain in the physical body comes from the earth upgrade. So we are receiving these frequencies from the earth up, but it is also coming from above. And then on top of that, if that's not enough, a lot of us, we have very powerful galactic teams that actually perform cosmic surgery on us at night to help us integrate, to shift DNA strands. Like literally, I've been lying down in bed sometimes for hours, and my body is just like that, and the pressure in the head is so intense. I can feel it at the moment, actually, pressure in the head, very intense. And I can just see, like, it's like, you know, you have the DNA strands are made out of tetrahedrons all put together, and I can see that they're removing like one angle, one sharp angle of the tetrahedron, like that, like this, and then replace it, like, oh my god. And so it's going like that, like that, like that. So no wonder why we're feeling a little bit exhausted, and we are purging through our physical body, you know, because all of this is happening, right? So this gateway is a solar gateway. It is a masculine gateway. It is a fire gateway. And we can wire that by purging. So we allow ourselves to purge by allowing whatever is arising to come out. So if we feel like crying a lot, let's cry lots, that's purging. If we feel like we need to sweat, let's exercise, let's go for a sauna. We sweat, very important purging, because sweating is extremely important to be able to remove the outdated water in our body, so the toxins and so on, but it's also like the outdated codes, they come out with sweat. So sweating is amazing. And I cannot sweat for 2 weeks because I've got this new tattoo on me, and I cannot sweat because, you know, you're not allowed to sweat when you have a new tattoo, otherwise you push the ink out. And I was like, oh no, my god, I didn't realize. But that's okay, I will purge in other ways. I can cry, I can just scream, you know, that's purging as well, in my pillow, not in my garden. Neighbors will think I'm crazy. They think I'm crazy already because I do a lot of, you know, channeling, meditation with my drum. So just like, let's not, you know, overwhelm the neighbors even more. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. So this gateway is starting now on the 12th of the 12th, and then it's kind of locking in this solar eclipse, and then this energy is amplifying, and then going like this in waves. And the waves, we don't exactly know when they go up and down like that. It's in terms of intensity, and that's very individual. That's going to be depending on your unique soul coding, your soul contract, your soul purpose, about like the toxins we have in the body, the food we eat, how we sleep, that all of that, you know, all of that is going to affect the waves, but we are all going to experience it. So don't think that because some people are more spiritually aligned than others that it's easier. What is easier? Like, for example, I think that for me it's been relatively easy as such because I had this fractal understanding that I had shown to you. So this is where the ease comes from, right? Because in the fifth dimension, hardship templates are no longer there. When something becomes a bit gritty, we alchemize it straight away. So this body of work that I'm channeling it's totally to, you know, to teach that to people, to experience, to transition from 3D, 4D, and to anchor in 5D. So this body of work is to teach people how to start anchoring into 5D. So you can also navigate with ease when you remember this. You know, when you remember this, it will help you, I swear, tremendously. Like so many of my students have had like their life changed because of this simple little dot in the circle. I would have thought. Because then, like, we cannot control experiences that comes, right? We cannot control what's happening in the collective to a certain extent. Like one day, you know, we can start to tap into the conscious collective and start shifting the frequency and so on. But at the moment, it's like it's everything about us. It's everything about us because we are being asked to realize more than ever that we are the creator and the creatress of our reality. And this is going to show because there is an amplification portal, because everything is magnified. So if you start sharing so much love in the world, you're gonna receive so much more love because everything is amplified. So love more everyone, the planets, the plants, but love more yourself as well. As you love yourself through this fractal and you observe your human, you don't reject anything. And this is why it's so life-changing. It's because, you know, I've done so much work on emotions, on, psychology and controlling the mind and meditation and so on. And it was always a fight. It was always a fight with me, always a fight with my emotion. Why do I feel like this? Why do I feel like that? It's always kind of, there was never. And then on the other side, like, oh, but you must love yourself. You know, it's like, fuck, like, how can you love yourself when you feel like shit like that? And this is why it's so revolutionary, because we love ourselves through all of it. We don't reject any aspect of our human. We are experiencing physicality. Because you know what? Like, you chose to incarnate at this time now. We could have been anywhere out there in the quantum, right? On Arcturus, on Sirius, in the Palladius. You know, we could have been anywhere. We could have been a cat for all I know. But no, we chose this life because we are warriors, because we are light leaders, because we are all star seeds. We are all old souls here to lead others. And to lead others is to first lead the self. We must walk the talk, and this portal is here for that. Walk the talk. Everything will be amplified. You will be receiving so much. Everything you put out. Everything you put out. Do you have any question, beautiful people watching? Yes, feel the fire, right? It's amazing. Like, I got to love the fire. Yes, Janine, I love that. Because everyone is a little crazier. They just don't understand what is happening. Exactly. The fire is felt in the collective, right? Like, things are fucking crazy. I honestly don't watch the news. Don't follow much, but I kind of receive just like that, you know, in my meditation as well. And it's like, yes, people are going crazier. And also with the planetary alignment, this is why it's interesting to watch this kind of thing. Like, for example, Pam Gregory, the astrologer I follow, because they're actually planetary alignments that show that the masses, there is unrest in the masses. There is unrest in the masses. This is there to create a collapse of governments, basically. So we are entering the age of Aquarius. Yes, so we are entering the age of Aquarius. On the 21st of the 12th, we have the planetary alignment in Aquarius, therefore locking in the new age that has been predicted for so long. And this new age is to anchor freedom, because Aquarius, I've got 2 daughters and 1 brother who are Aquarius. If you're Aquarius and know Aquarius, then you know that they are the divine rebels, the divine revolutionaries. The freedom codes are so anchored into Aquarius, right? So when we start entering this age of Aquarius, we will all feel that even more within the self, a thirst for freedom, a thirst for love, a thirst for not only feeling free ourselves, but also loving that our family members, our community feel free. Loving, co-creating together, weaving webs of divine light together. So first, it's like really reclaiming these amazing codes of the Aquarius through age within the self. I am free when I don't oscillate in my fractal anymore. Because so that's actually another entire subject, but when we oscillate like this in the fractal, do you think we're free? No, we're not free. We just like we are being rocked. It's like we are, a boat in a storm being crashed on the rocks constantly. There's just so much pain, It's like I have so much compassion, for the humans who are not stabilized, because it is very hard, right? And there is no judgment. When we a judgment, judgment, low low frequency. Because do you think like an ascended being, a beautiful divine being, has judgment towards other humans not getting it? Like, no, we don't judge them. We have so much compassion for them. They just don't know what's happening. They are fluctuating like this, and they're fluctuating even more now because of this shift in the magnetic pole, because of the earth shifting her kundalini, because of the gamma rays coming, and because some of them are receiving cosmic upgrades and they don't know. So like I feel so much compassion, So it's very important that we stabilize here more and more, so we can also amplify this stabilization, because as we stabilize, right, so this center is the heart, and the heart has a huge electromagnetic field that is also measured scientifically. And when we start breathing from the heart and we really lock into the heart, we amplify the electromagnetic field of the heart, meaning, again, amplification of frequency during this gateway. So we amplify that through action. If you would like to practice heart breathing, that is a very simple action, following the divine masculine fire energy of taking aligned action, breathing from the heart portal and looking in, feeling something good. Sometimes if you struggle to feel love, think about something quite simple for you. If you have a pet, if you have a child, and if you don't, think about food. For me, it's food, or like a beautiful flower or tree, or your parents, whatever. Something that can trigger this feeling, oh, I love that so much. And you simply breathe that in your heart. So therefore, it's going to amplify your frequency field. It's going to amplify the love frequency inside of you. So it's going to shift, magnify everything inside of you. But it means that actually the people that come around you, they're going to feel that also. They're going to receive all of these beautiful frequencies. And because everything is magnified within our fractal during this gateway leading to the portal and a little bit after, we are going to be able to literally shift. So it's like, you're going to go like amazing aligned actions, go grocery shopping. Do breathing practice first. That's an invitation, You can do your breathing practice first, and even shopping for Christmas. And then you really feel like your love in your heart, amplification of magnetic field. And then you keep that presence and you keep on breathing like that, and you just walk down the aisle and be like, I'm shifting, because you are literally everybody that comes into the shop next to you, like bump into, is like love frequency, love frequency, love frequency. And then you're going to be like, I'm doing it. I'm a light leader. Nobody knows it. I'm incognito, just walking down like this, buying stuff for Christmas, feeling so excited because, you have all of this money abundance to be able to spoil your loved ones, or just buy food, to put food on the table. It's going to be like a big magnified bowl of freaking amazing frequency, magnifying everything around you. So that's pretty cool spiritual practice. Like spiritual practice is as simple as that, guys. It doesn't have to be like traveling in the quantum or in the earth and doing all of this, badass shit. It can, because it's so cool, very, very nice, but it can be as simple as that. It's actually, we don't try to change and shift anyone. We just, we just rock it. We just walk the talk. Okay? Hey, beautiful people. Oh, so nice to see so many of you. Yes, the replay will be posted, of course, here and also on YouTube. Hey, Marga. How can we use this portal to manifest our desires more intentionally? Beautiful, Marga. So this portal, because it magnifies, we are already going to vibrate at a higher level of frequency. So the difference between vibration and frequency, by the way, is that first vibration comes, vibration, for example, it's like sound. So we think, I'm feeling love, I'm feeling grateful. So we kind of consciously tap into that vibration, and after a certain period of time that is not defined, can be a couple of hours, can be a couple of days, depending on how much we have worked with that vibration, it will lock in and become a frequency, and the frequency gets locked in. Then of course we continue connecting to it, but it's like we frequency shift this way by consciously shifting vibration. So Marga, to answer your question, is like we're gonna start bringing new vibrations, vibration of trust, vibration of feeling abundant, vibration of, oh, money is my best friend, my programs, my soul tribe, my family, all of this. It's like vibration being locked in, frequency shifting. And then we also call in our highest vision. So now our highest vision in terms of manifestation, they will actually be embodied in physicality if they do match our most ascended identity and most ascended timeline. This is why a lot of light leaders are experiencing a no manifestation period when we are transitioning between cycles. It's because, for example, if I had all my money just even a year ago, I would have bought a tiny house in the countryside, super far away from me, so super far away from the center, the CBD. Now that I'm doing all of these frequency shift, everything frequency shift, like that has gone out completely. Now it's like a new manifestation in terms of the ideal home that I would like to have, which is actually a lot more aligned to me and my daughters. So you see, like sometimes if the manifestation doesn't come straight away, it's because we are shifting through vibrations to lock in a new frequency, which then this frequency will be the match to the frequency that is the manifestation that is there for us, because the universe has our back so much that it is not going to give us less than we aligned with. So the universe didn't, align to give me a tiny house, but the universe, if so be it, will align for me to one day manifest a beautiful house overlooking the sea, because I know why now that is more aligned than the tiny house. That's just me, it's got nothing to do with anyone else. It's like, so during this manifestation portal, it's really like setting the intention that if what we have in our heart desire is really matching our highest identity, our highest timeline, that it comes into our vortex and that it manifests into the great meaning in physicality. So we call in. So for example, a manifestation that is available to all humans at the moment is greater health. Because of these gateway and these portals, we are all receiving, to a certain extent, DNA repair and enhancement, like more life force energies coming. We receive like new DNA strands and we are shifting. So we can ask and we can set the intention, for example, at night, to be placed into a beautiful space. We can ask it for a pod or a chamber or a temple, whatever our heart calls in. It's like, please, beautiful friends, please, team, place me in a space where I will receive the most aligned upgrades for my health. So my body, which is experiencing pain, symptoms at the moment, ascension symptoms, flu symptoms, bloating and so on, my body transition with greater ease. Please bring ease codes, please bring fluidity, some feminine frequency, because we are balancing the fire at the moment, the divine masculine fire, and we can ask that for anything. Sitting in meditation, we ask to receive what is the most aligned vision for me right now. What can I cultivate? What is in my heart? What is arising in my heart at the moment? How can I amplify and magnify that? by taking aligned actions. Because, oh yes, that's something very interesting. Because everything is magnified, you want to code yourself with your dreams. And this is a powerful exercise that was given by my amazing coach, Gabi Kowalski, who I trust might be watching. I don't know if Gabi is still there. But when I first started working with Gabi, I still had that dream of living in a tiny house and have horses, right? And she told me that an exercise was to go and be around that, be around horses and be around the place where I wanted to move. And for a while I did that until it didn't feel aligned anymore. So we code ourselves with the manifestations that we are bringing into our vortex. So now I spend more time at the sea. Now I go online, I actually go to open homes, visiting amazing, beautiful mansions overlooking the sea. It's not there yet for me to buy it, but I'm coding myself. And because there is an amplification portal, we can totally do that. For our health, we can go walk in the forest. We can say, I'm using this amplification portal now to really recode myself with nature, to really heal my body and to calm my mind. It happens a lot faster. Like yesterday, I went to a sound healing journey by the amazing Claudio, he did this like a low guttural voice, more like this with a sit. Oh my god, I was like, it was just next level. And because I knew about this amplification portal, I was like, may I receive like all of this purging with great ease, like may the earth absorb all that no longer serve me with so much ease and grace. I don't even have to pay attention to whatever I'm purging. I don't want to pay attention to what I'm purging, but may I also receive profound healing and be recharged and trust. And so when I woke up this morning, I was feeling like better than I haven't in a few weeks now. So use this amplification portal to code yourself for better health, for greater connection with your divine union, for calling in your divine union, for have amazing relationship with your children and family and your money and your business. Like every time you spend money, go, yeah, thank you money for being here, you rock, I love you, like you're so fluid, I love dancing with you money, you always come to me so I can spend and I can receive and I can give. And amplify, everything is amplified through intention. Okay. Does anyone have any questions before we finish? You can type your questions in the comments or any feedback you have, anything like that. Yes, Jackie said that she did that, walking through the shopping center, and then she noticed people stared and smiled at her. Yes, it's really nice. Like sometimes I do that, and especially children. I can see like children, they walk down the aisle, and then I start walking, and they stop and they look at me like that. Like, who's that woman? It's like, hello. Boom, 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 boom. Amazing. Thank you, Emily. Thank you, Gabby, for watching. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm just going to tune in to see if anything else needs to be shared. Don't know if Shannon, you're still watching, my darling. If there is anything you'd like to share. Shannon, most of you will know Shannon. She's my sister, best friend, very close, and we work together, and I thought that we could do a little live together, but today was not really coming, so we might do a live about all of this later. So she's downloading amazing graphics, so if you want to have like visuals on portals and gateways and so on, like she's amazing at downloading graphics and downloading, channeling, a lot of things. So definitely follow her, and she's got an amazing podcast as well. Oh, thank you, Charlotte. I'm so happy. No, sister, I feel like we will do a proper live later. Sister, I kind of received a bit more about that. You enjoy the sun and a swim in the river, sister. Is it possible to even see yourself going through the portal? What do you mean, Heidi? I'm not sure I understand this. Thank you, Arlette. Nice to see you here. Thank you, Marga. Nice to see you here. So, Heidi, I would be happy to answer the question. If you could just rephrase it in another way, it to even see yourself going through the portal. Do you mean on the 21st of the 12th, or do you mean like the heart portal? Which portal? There's so many portals all around at the moment. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Priya. Thank you. Thank you, Emily. Thank you, Catherine. Yay! Yes. Wait. Let's see if I can bring you to the camera, sister. Okay. Shannon, can you ask to be on camera? It never works with. I can announce for the two of us if you like. It's not the same. Announcement coming. Drum roll. I don't know if I can bring. Sorry, the 12. I still don't get it, Heidi. Is it possible to even see ourselves going through the portal? We can always witness ourselves when we reside at the center point. It's like we observe our human going through shift. Is that what you mean? Because when it comes to working with alternate realities, alternate self, and so on, that's kind of in-depth work that I don't really have time to work with, but that we actually like working with alternate realities and time portals and past life and so on. That's the mastermind starting in February. If any of you is interested, by the way, I have this amazing mastermind called Fractal Alchemy, which is like really this body of work that I'm channeling. And there is a pre-work at the moment, and Heidi is doing the pre-work, which is an amazing program in itself. And this program is 3 months program, and it's actually all about, not all about, but it's based on this concept. Oh, look at this. It looks like a crazy cell dancing. But Fractal Shift is a 3 months program to recode our reality, reclaim our multidimensionality. So we work with fractal reflection. We apply that to our physicality, manifestation, family members and friends. And also we start working with star races. So we work with 4 advanced star races, Arcturians, Andromedans, Sirians, and Pleiadians. So we work with them, we learn about their different frequency, and we learn about quantum technology. So we receive a lot of quantum technology, but we also learn how to download them for ourselves. So I have quite a bit of my students here, and it's an amazing, amazing course. Yes, so yeah, oh, thank you, Heidi. Yes, Fractal Shift is amazing. The last thing is that next week I'm starting my free home immersion. So it's 5-day home immersion called Fractal Recoding. That's totally free. The link is in my bio, and the group is on this Facebook page. You know, you can find it here, and you can just, you know, ask to join, and you can join that. And the home immersion is very easy. So it's like 4 videos posted that you can watch in your own time. And then the last day, last but not least, it's trance channeling live, and that's gonna be amazing because this trance channeling is really gonna help to lock in all that we have learned during fractal recording, but also work on this portal of amplification of magnifying frequencies. I can see my time of speaking is reaching to an end because I'm losing my words. So I would love to see you in a fractal recording. Even if you have joined the previous one, you can still join this one. It's the similar videos, but the trance channeling, because it's live, it will be unique. And with the last day, I'm also doing a Q&A. So I really take my time to be there for you and answer all the questions you have regarding the content of the home immersion. Oh, thank you, Emily. Priceless, absolutely priceless. Yes, it's a good home immersion. Oh, thank you, Rekka. I did the previous one and it opened up so much. Yes, yeah, like I received very good feedback, so this is why I'm doing it again. So thank you very much, people. My beautiful sister Shannon and myself, we will do a live coming soon, so we can announce something together and also share about different things. So yeah, Keep on following Shannon, keep on following myself, and more co-creation coming with this divine goddess, that's for sure. Thank you very much all for watching. The replay will be available here, also on YouTube. Feel free to share that with a lot of people if you trust that it's going to help them navigate this beautiful, beautiful gateway and portal that we're experiencing at the moment. I love you all very dearly. I want to remind you that you are infinite being, that you reside in love, that you are so courageous, that you are magnificent, and may you reside in that divine knowing always, 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 simply observing your human, your physical reality, your physical body going through their own processes. Love you lots, and bye for now. Bye.